It's rolling.
Welcome to a new episode of the Pack Mentality. I didn't sleep as much as I wanted. I'm sorry. Welcome to a new episode of the Pack Mentality podcast. So with me as always, KeiKei. And today we want to talk about first timers considering to join Hyrox. Which division would you consider and how to choose if you want to do singles, doubles, or relay?
We do get that question a lot actually at our gym when first timers come in. Honestly, it's not the easiest question to answer. A lot of things do play into making the right decision. The first thing we look at would be where that person is at the moment. So in terms of their fitness level, what they want to achieve in the race. And on top of that is how much training they've already been doing. A marathon runner, or they came from a CrossFit background, then that will be very different from someone who is fairly new into fitness. Let's say someone who comes in, never done Hyrox, just want to have a taste of it. We would normally recommend doing a relay.
Hyrox, the barrier to entry is very low. Quite easy to get a hold of how to perform each movement. You don't have to practice for months and months. I think anybody that cannot trains could just do it right away. Just need to learn the rules, the standards, and the movement, so you're not lost during the race.
So relay will consist of one run, one movement times two. Yeah, so that's a total of 2K run and 2 movements.
Yeah, plus you get a solid rest in the middle, and you get to choose somehow which station you're gonna do. So let's say you're super weak at something, just pick a station that you're comfortable with. Another factor for relay is some people that might not be super confident.
Yeah.
And then they do it with their friends, and mentally and psychologically it helps them a lot more.
Yeah, that's the thing about motivation in fitness, right? When you have a bunch of friends to do it with, the more you're motivated to do it, and then, the more fun it is and you're motivated, the whole experience is a lot better.
We have a lot of groups of friends come in here as a relay teams, and usually you have one person who's we're gonna do this.
Yeah, exactly. And what we do see is that they might have done a relay once or twice, and then all of a sudden they're curious about doing the whole race.
Yeah, because when you train here, you do all the movements. You're I can actually do all of these, so why not?
For those of you out there who don't know what it is to do a doubles, basically both of you will be doing the whole race together in the partner. The runs, you will have to do each run together. So you run and then movement, running together, all 8K. So that's an 8K run per person. Plus, you get to share the movements. Yeah, so you go, I go style. Compared to relay, that is a little bit of a jump. You do have to run an extra 6K. But in terms of the movement, you do get to break it down with your friend.
For doubles, you need to be able to run 8 times 1 kilometer. And you need to be able to somewhat do the stations. But if one person is bad at one station, your partner can cover it. And you get a minute to 2 minute rest, and it makes such a massive difference. You can quit on yourself easier, I think, than quitting on your partner.
Keep you accountable, and you want to push harder.
Get through all the stations with your friend. Have somewhat of a strategy. The commitment level for doubles is definitely higher because you will have to train more. You will have to know all the stations, and you will have to run 8 kilometers. Relays here, doubles, is a good margin above, but it's still very doable for all levels given the right preparation. Doubles, I think it's a better experience.
It's a better bang for buck, and you actually get the full experience.
And you get the full experience. You get to go through all the stations. You get to be on the course the whole time. Relay, you're waiting a lot of the race. You're on the side in the relay area, which tends to be packed.
Singles, I generally don't recommend it to anybody unless if they really enjoy pain and being alone and fighting all their demons in their mind for an hour.
An hour and a half, but yeah. Or up to 2 hours.
Up to 2 hours. 4 actually, I think, was the longest I've seen a woman single.
The single, definitely a true test of fitness, resilience, mental strength. And unlike doubles, when you are resting, nothing is moving. You will experience doubt when your legs are heavy and you're feeling tired and you're questioning, why did I sign up for this?
It's the ultimate challenge for yourself.
Yeah, you need to be actually super dialed in into the station, have a strategy for each station, know how to tackle them, how to pace yourself. The pacing is super key, and you need to want the challenge. But it doesn't mean that a total beginner cannot do it. We've had quite a few that did their first race being singles, but the caveat to that is they train super consistently. The sense of achievement when you finish the race is the highest that you can get, but it requires a lot of commitment and training.
I've actually only done a double and relay because I refuse to do a single.
Why?
It's all in your head. I think it's all a mental game. When I train on my own, I tend to give up really easily because I don't have anybody to hold me accountable. And you know, when I'm tired, I just feel like I want to rest and I deserve a rest, and so I will rest.
So entitled, eh?
When I'm in a double or a relay, I have to live up to whatever the expectation is for the team. And so I'll push myself so much harder, like through a breaking point, like until my lips are white and I'm about to faint, like I'll do it. But I don't feel like that when I'm doing it alone. I'm not equipped to keep pushing myself. Self-motivation is not there, non-existent. Between doubles and relay, I actually find relay a lot tougher. You run at about 110%.
Yeah.
When you get to the station, you're already pretty dead, but you have to go at another 110% to finish that movement and not rest in between because you get a long rest after.
Yeah.
You arrive back at the station and you're like, I don't think I can do that for another station.
It's just a weird effort. With your team, you all agreed on a certain target and you need to hit that target. You can do a relay.
You can do a really happy relay and just run at your own pace.
I don't enjoy relay.
I really don't.
I think this year I've done 3, and every time I'm like, I don't like this. I really enjoy doubles. How fast can I be? Versus single, you cannot go full speed. So it's all about pacing and saving your energy and being lonely and in pain. So singles, I would say less fun, but I think it's also single, like I said earlier, I would say it's like the truest and the purest form of Hyrox. There's a lot to learn about yourself when you do it on your own. And you know, you might be a reality check, like, okay, I'm not as good as I thought I was, or like, oh, I thought this would be easier, I'm so well prepared, and still this hurts so much.
Let's say someone decided they're going to do either a relay or a double or a single. What kind of training advice would you give them? To prep for a race, you're going to have to give it about 2-3 months.
Regardless of which category, you need to learn the movements, the standards, and the rules of the race. That's like fundamental. There's no way around it. So finding yourself a gym that can teach you that, I think, is, even if you want to self-train, at least get a few sessions in a gym where someone can explain to you the standards. Because you think you know, but 95% chances that you don't realize the small intricacies of the standard movements for burpees, for wall balls and things like that. Dive into relay. I think 2 months is more than enough for anyone. You just need to be able to run 2K, so you want to get running a little bit. Like 2 Hyrox classes would be optimal. 1 probably enough.
The only important thing is you can physically do that movement, and you can do that amount of that movement.
However long it takes.
However long it takes. Doubles and single will require a lot of running. Firstly, I mean, if you're already like some sort of runner, marathon runner, amazing for you. I would definitely recommend like maybe 2-3 times.
I'd say minimum 2. And then the faster you want to run, the more you want to run. So 2 to 4, 4 ideal, 5 would be amazing. So
More
doubles, 2 to 4 running, 1 strength session. Focus mostly on lower body, maybe a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of back, but you need to be able to push and pull the sled. So Hyrox is 90% legs on the stations. And to have the muscle endurance to do these movements for
a long time. And not, you know, gas out.
But if you're doing mixed doubles and you are the female partner in the mixed
That's
doubles,
a whole different game.
You need to be much stronger.
A lot of strength classes.
2 strength classes with a lot of legs, heavy legs. And
assuming that you do a fair share.
Usually the guy does more, but still, like even if you do 30%, you have to be able to do it. If you try to push the sled, he doesn't move. Like
that's gonna be trouble.
What are you gonna do?
We don't want to find out on the day either.
Single, this one definitely requires the most training. Depending on your expectation, 2 to 4 running sessions, strength. Depending on how strong you are, 1 to 2 sessions a week is a whole different ball game. So you need to have a strategy for every station of how am I going to split it, where do I rest, how long can I keep pushing before I burn out and then I'm done.
I mean, I did a sim on my own just to see whether or not I can do a single, and by the time I hit ski 500 meters in, I'm like, oh my god, I'm done. Physically I could keep going, but mentally it's just so long.
Is Hyrox just another brand name for CrossFit?
Absolutely not. totally different. Skill ceiling super low for Hyrox, longer effort, much more endurance focused, less explosive. Honestly, there is some bridge between CrossFit and Hyrox. Some people doing both, but I think in general, top level guys are different people.
Hyrox is made for beginners, for anybody. That was the whole like goal of it, right? CrossFit, very technical. Whereas Hyrox, not saying perfect or not, but it's very doable. It's a lot easier to improve. It's a lot easier to get good at.
Yeah. And it's all about conditioning, which CrossFit is so much more technical. I think it's a different, very
Training
different
is
game.
very different. For those of you who are planning to do Shenzhen in December, or even Shanghai in November, your 2 to 3 months is around now.
Starting next week, actually.
So that's something to think about. What do you want to join if you haven't already done so? Haven't already done a Hyrox? Or what do you want to move into next if you've already touched upon, say, a relay or a double, or what you consider a single? That's something to think about now. And then it's time to start your training.
Yep. See you soon in the gym.